This is Xpeng's new affordable electric SUV, slated to cost around $20,000 approximately. It's the SUV version of the Mona, and I drove the Mona in China. I think it's a great car. It's just unfortunate they don't sell it outside of China. I mean, it starts at $16,000. I believe it's the best-selling Xpeng car this year. Fantastic. It feels to me like it has a really good road feel. I did an actual review and road test of that car. I'll put a link in the description to that video. But this is the SUV version. And I saw this as well just when I was in China recently. I didn't see it without camo though. It had camouflage on it when I saw it. So I wasn't 100% sure that this is what it was. But here are the details. YouTube's new algorithm means that you're often not getting all of our videos in your feed. There's 7,500. I'm pretty sure you're probably not seeing a lot of them. In the description, there is a link to our newsletter. Click on that and you can get an update every day of all the latest news in the electric car industry. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Chinese media have circulated these photos of the Xpeng Mona. This is the Mona SUV. And Xpeng have already sold, I believe, more than 180,000 of the Mona, the affordable SUV version of this car. I think this looks a lot better than the SUV version. At least the front does anyway. Kind of hard to see the back and what it looks like without better photos. But as you can see, it's definitely the shape of a more of a coupe-shaped SUV. And the reason manufacturers do this is really mostly because of aerodynamics. Xpeng's Mona MO3 sedan has been really pivotal in seeing Xpeng set records this year for car sales. Xpeng sold over 40,000 cars for the last few months in a row, and they've increased their sales versus last year by more than 150% this year. So this car is going to be really, really important for the company. To give you some context, the sedan version costs $16,700, and that's about 120,000 RMB, or approximately, say, 25,000 Australian dollars. It comes with lithium iron phosphate batteries, and I'm going to guess this will probably have a bigger battery, potentially the same battery pack as what is in the Xpeng G6, 66 kilowatt hour battery. Lithium iron phosphate, and that'll probably give it approximately 500 kilometers of range. Probably going to use the bigger 80 kilowatt hour battery as well, because that's in the G6, it's in the G7, it's in the P7. That would provide it with probably around about 600 kilometers of range, maybe just a bit less than that, maybe 570 approximately. So yeah, this vehicle is going to be important for Xpeng, and it's going to help potentially continue to drive up their share price. This year, Xpeng's share price has increased by about 100%, which is pretty wild. It's been on a huge ride. And the key reason for that is not their cars, though. It's their robots, and it's their attempt to make a robotaxi. They say they're going to have, I believe, 3 different robotaxis on the road next year, and at least they'll be working on that and testing them. But there's also the flying cars. There's the new iron robot, as I mentioned before. And that's probably more important to Xpeng's share price. But when it comes to their car sales, I mean, Xpeng are trying to sell more and more cars overseas. So I'm hoping that this car and more cars like this, affordable electric SUVs, will come to market from Chinese brands over the next 12 months. Thanks for watching. Recently, I was in China and I got to drive one of the most popular electric cars in the country. It starts at $16,000, which is unbelievable. It's probably the biggest, well, not the biggest, but one of the reasons why they sold 50,000 in the first 4 months alone. And it's one of the most popular cars in China now, period. Now, I thought being this affordable, starting at a starting price of $16,000, I thought that'd mean it wouldn't be that good. There'd be some major compromises, but I was wrong. I think I was very wrong. What shocked me the most was this is actually one of the best handling cars I've ever driven. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. It's great to have you with us. The Xpeng Mona M03
went on sale in China about the middle of last year. And yeah, I mean, it's maybe the best value electric car that you can buy. And it's almost certainly the best value electric car that I've ever driven personally. This new model is the entry-level Xpeng vehicle. It has a different infotainment system, which is quite different to all other Xpeng cars. And it starts at $16,800 US, meaning it's cheaper than a Nissan Versa, which, to be honest, is pretty rubbish in comparison to this. Now, guys, I should point out, if you want to, you can fast forward and you can see all of my review. This is an in-person review. I tested the car, drove the car. Not so much a car overview. There's plenty of overviews of this car on YouTube, but this is more me actually testing it, driving it through China, driving it on bad roads, on good roads, seeing how this vehicle actually handles, seeing if it's actually nice to drive. But before I get to that, I'll let you know some more of the specifications. Power comes from a 52 kilowatt hour battery pack. This is the base model for $16,000. 52 kilowatt battery pack, lithium iron phosphate. Claimed range is apparently 515 kilometers CLTC. So you're probably looking at about 425 kilometers WLTP. For $16,000 US, you've got to admit, there's nothing in America, nothing in Detroit. There's nothing even remotely close to this car. It's just, I mean, it's a legit Tesla Model 3 competitor, and it's less than half the price. Power, it's got a 140 kilowatt front motor, drives the front wheels. Now, your first thoughts, my first thoughts were, oh, front wheel drive. Don't know about that. But interestingly, I'll get to what the handling is like in just a minute. So 188 horsepower. Anyway, that's a relatively smallish battery, but you can pay a couple $1,000s more. And for $18,000, you get a bigger battery, 62.2 kilowatt hour battery with a more powerful motor. It's got 215 horsepower. That's 160 kilowatt. And that front motor drives the front wheels. That bigger battery sees range increase to 385 miles or 620 kilometers. CLTC, that is, of course. So, real world range might be about 340 miles or about 520 kilometers. I mean, for that price, $18,000 US, there's nothing like this car that I know of with that kind of range, the kind of handling and ability that this car has. Very easy to drive. It doesn't have that, some cars dead center. You don't get any movement from the center. It actually feels like the handling is pretty good in this car. It's definitely not sports car-ish, but it's one hand so easy to drive one-handed. Very easy car to drive.